Hi there, in this video we kick off with 2.5 of the trial balance journal entries. This question says, interest on the fixed deposit has not yet been received. So interest received, so you can hear it's an income, it's a good interest, not a bad one. On the fixed deposit, so we go and look for our fixed deposit. Fixed deposit NBC Bank Limited, 50,000. Interest on fixed deposit has not yet been received for the last 2 months of the financial year. So 2 months are outstanding. Interest is calculated at a rate of 12% per annum. So we say times 12 divided by 100. That gives us our total. And then that one we say 2 months over 12. So let's work with a little bit of space here. We take the 50,000 times 12 divided by 100. And then that gives you your total. And if you say your total divided by 12 times 2, that gives you your 2 months worth of interest. Interest on investment, 1,000 rand. So we're going to have 1,000 on this side. We just worked that out. Try it on your calculator just to be sure. Now they say, okay, interest on fixed deposit has not yet been received. So interest, equity should be higher. So interest received. Interest on long-term loan, what will they call it? Interest on investment. Interest on investment. We've credited this one. We have to debit something. It will be one of these two income ones. It's not income received in advance, so it has to be this one, accrued income. Income, and in our description we just say interest on investment not yet received. Okay, not yet received. (2.6) Insurance includes an amount of 750 Rand paid for the period 1 November 21 to 31 October 22. That's quite interesting. So we've got November, December, January. So 3 months for this. No, November, December, 2 months for this year. November, December, 2 months for this year. And then up to October, so that's 10 months for next year. And that says insurance includes an amount of 750 Rand paid for the period, date and date. So the insurance, we've paid 10 months that we didn't have to pay. So we take that 750 divided by 12 months times 10 months will give us the amount that we paid for next year. And if we work that out, it comes to 625 Rand. 625 Rand. 625, 625. Now, what do we debit? What do we credit? Firstly, insurance paid. We have to credit that one because the insurance we paid is too much. So we have to take some of it out. Otherwise, the expenses for the year is overstated. So insurance paid. Or just insurance, whatever they want to call it. Insurance, insurance paid, insurance. They call it insurance over there, so we call it insurance over there. What are we going to debit? It's not an income, it's an expense. Have we prepaid it? Yes. So all we need to say is prepaid expense. Expenses at the S. And we describe this as insurance that's been prepaid already. And that is our journal entry over there. Which also means we're moving on to the next page. So we're making strides, people. We're making strides. 2.7. The telephone account for 165 Rand for December has not yet been paid. Not yet been paid. So firstly, the telephone account that we have is not high enough. It has to be higher because it hasn't been paid yet. So Expenses go on that side. It has to be higher, so it stays that side. 165. And this is telephony. Let's just see what they would have called it. Telephone expense. Telephone expense. Okay, it's an expense, so it's not those two. It has not been prepaid, so it must be accrued. So the next one is accrued. Telephone expense not yet paid. Telephone account for December brought into account. So yeah, the description, be creative. And then that one is done.